serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
New information tonight about the man killed in Polk County over the weekend. 19-year-old Timothy Haug's death was ruled a homicide, and investigators say caused by blunt force trauma to the head.
The accused is his brother, Nicholas Haug, who is being charged with 2 counts of murder in the second degree. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard spoke with their sister. Callie joins us now in the studio with the story.
Andrea, Mike, we talked with his sister, Kayla Rader. She tells us his family called him Timmy, and they describe him as the sweetest, most kind person you'd ever meet. They say he had a heart of gold and would help anyone, and he loved being surrounded by nature. His sister says Haug had a great future ahead of him, that he was going to college for physics, and he loved playing the guitar. Family meant the most to him. His cousin Jesse Haug says they were like brothers growing up, as they had a lot in common. The family told me that they always enjoyed Haug's company, whether it was on a family trip like camping, going to the zoo, or just being around one another. The family tells me that the loved boy is going to be missed by so many. They say that losing their son's life is the hardest thing that they've been through. Mike?
All right, thanks, Callie. Officials are continuing to investigate the case as well as a motive. There has not been anything released at this time.
The 8th Circuit Court has rejected a Minnesota man's appeal of drug dealing and murder convictions. Modesto Torres was sentenced to 2 life terms in 2017. He was convicted of running a meth ring and ordering the killing of Austin Forsman at the Flying J truck stop in Grand Forks. Before his trial, Torres spoke to Valley News Live from jail, claiming he didn't do it. 13 conspirators were convicted in connection with the meth ring in the Grand Forks area.
People in Fergus Falls have taken to social media saying they've seen a rise in people with mental health needs, drug dependency, and homelessness.
There's a new idea to solve the problem that's gaining support from within the community. Valley News Team's Veronica Marshall explains.
So mainly we're about helping people heal the mind, body, and soul.
Heather Volavan's business aims to help people find health and balance. But lately, it isn't only her clients she's worried about.
I definitely believe that Fergus Falls could use some healing. I've actually just noticed in the last couple weeks that there has been more homeless people that have came out around just in the downtown area. We have found needles outside the business, which is very unhealthy, especially now that the kids are out of school.
Experts say the number of people suffering from drug dependency or mental health issues, combined with the homelessness in the community, hasn't changed, but the visibility of those suffering has.
Our community, like any other community, has people experiencing homelessness. The need is just more visible now. No, the need is always there.
Stolen Work says more rural communities like Fergus Falls often don't have enough resources to meet the need, which can lead to larger problems within the community.
At times, it is hard to meet the need of the entire homeless population. When there's not enough resources to meet the need, then people do whatever they need to do. But locally, or in Otter Tail County, there's not currently a homeless shelter or a solution.
But city leaders have a new idea to tackle the problem. This building behind me currently sits empty, but Mayor Shire says it could house up to 60 people seeking treatment for mental health or drug dependency issues.
There needs to be care and services provided to these individuals. I think there's an opportunity to work at the city level, at the county level, and the state level to turn that facility that currently sits empty into a transitional care facility.
Mental health can be a huge asset for people's success.
Volavan says the idea takes some of the burden off of her shoulders and gives her hope that the community will find a way to help heal itself.
I'd love to help anybody who needs help, but as a community, we all have to come together.
In Fergus Falls, Veronica Marshall, Valley News Live.
The mayor says the transitional care facility could also help decriminalize mental health issues, drug dependency, and homelessness, allowing those in need to focus on recovery.
The federal government is lifting restrictions on the production of E15 gasoline. North Dakota's Ag Commissioner says year-round sales could add another 400 to 600 million gallons in the market.
Does that help prop up the price? Does that help support the prices that a corn grower will be able to to get, absolutely.
Corn prices are up 90 cents from the low prices earlier this year. Upcoming planting reports will help determine how high prices could rise.
It feels like summer is here, and while most Minnesotans are itching for the chance to spend some time outdoors, the CDC says it is more important than ever to be prepared to ward off pesky insects like ticks. In fact, according to the CDC, the number of people getting sick from mosquitoes and ticks has more than tripled since 2004. Health officials say there are a few reasons for this, one being that since 2004, scientists have discovered 9 new germs spread by those insects, including the Zika virus. West Fargo's fire department has a warning tonight regarding a common household appliance that has been starting fires.
Valley News Team's Katie Opperly explains what you can do to protect your home.
Firefighters have been busy responding to fires across the valley, and West Fargo Fire Department says they have noticed a trend. Fire Marshal Del Sprechter says over the past year they have responded to several fires caused by dehumidifiers in homes, responding to one just over a week ago. The American Red Cross advises people to take extra care when plugging in various appliances.
Right now we're using different types of equipment with maybe fans or air conditioners or dehumidifiers, things like that, and to make sure that we're plugging those in safely.
Sprechter says they have seen such a problem with dehumidifiers smoking or catching fire that they are launching a dehumidifier recall program. They're offering inspections at the end of the month to make sure that your appliance is working properly and not a model that has been previously recalled to prevent future fires.
I think a lot of us think it won't happen to me, it won't happen to my family. Truth of the matter is it happens a lot.
It's recommended that residents check the model number on their dehumidifier or call the West Fargo Fire Department to schedule an inspection. While you're going through your home and checking your appliances and outlets, it's also a good time to check your smoke detectors. If they're not working properly, the Red Cross can come to your home and replace them for free. In Fargo, Katie Opperly, Valley News Live.
And to learn more about dehumidifier inspections or free smoke detector replacements, go to our website, valleynewslive.com, and click on this story.
Lawyers representing more than a dozen parents in the college admissions scandal packed a Boston courtroom today. Some parents are accused of paying millions to get their kids into elite schools, either by cheating on entrance exams or passing them off as athletic recruits. Part of the defense attorney's strategy is to show that the parents made the payments to charity and believed the money was going to sports organizations at the university. Of the 33 parents in the scam, nearly half have taken plea deals, but 19 are still fighting. The remaining parents face charges of fraud conspiracy and money laundering conspiracy. Each charge carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.
It's so overwhelming for them, but so exciting all at the same time, because who doesn't like to get pretty and look like a princess for the night?
This was a special night in South Moorhead where hair and makeup were done. Couples danced the night away. The 9th annual Creative Care for Reaching Independence Prom gives participants the opportunity to relive their high school prom, or for some, to experience prom for the first time.
To the point where it's too much to take, and you have to let some of that out. This is something that my daughter will have pictures of for the rest of her life, and it's a really great memory.
Each prom couple tonight arrived in a classic car, including number 53, Herbie the Love Bug. CCRI provides services to more than 450 people with disabilities in the Clay County area.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with no wait weather.
Well, it was a sizzler to start off the work week. A few thunderstorms tonight, not expected to bring widespread severe, but tomorrow a different story. From the late afternoon and in through the evening, a chance of severe weather pretty much everywhere you see on the map. The greatest risk right now is out to the east, although, as we'll show you on the model, there is still a significant chance of very stout thunderstorms from Grand Forks into southeast North Dakota. The main risk, large hail and damaging straight-line winds. We cannot rule out an isolated tornadic event as well. We'll keep you up to date on that right now as we head to bed. A few thunderstorms starting to lose a little bit of steam, moving towards Towner County right now along the international border. And then a little bit more activity pushing out of western North Dakota, heading over the Lake Sakakawea area. Some thunder and lightning, very heavy rain making its way across the border into Towner County, heading toward Rock Lake. But as you can see here, the intensity diminishing a little bit over the last few scans, and that's not bad news. Again, moving off to the east at 25 miles per hour. So pretty slow. Now, a little bit more stout activity right now over the Garrison area, and that's going to continue to push off to the east. A look at hail size estimates, well under a half-inch in diameter for most of these cells. So again, below severe criteria for this evening. High temperatures, Minot 94 degrees, Grand Forks 91. It was 10 degrees cooler in Roseau, and Badette even cooler still, and we had 89 in Fargo-Moorhead for today's peak reading. Off in the distance, those thunderstorms causing some clouds in the atmosphere, but we remain crystal clear. 79 on the thermometer, both in Moorhead and in Fargo. 76 in Grand Forks, as we've both fallen out of the 80s from last hour. 64 right now in the Badette area, with Bemidji at 70 degrees as we head into the evening hours. Once again, as we take a look at the picture, temperature-wise, we switch the bar and look at dew point. Dew point, moisture available, a lot of it in central South Dakota. Our winds from the south will transport this moisture upward as we go through the overnight hours, and that will provide ample fuel to destabilize the atmosphere, and these thunderstorms, once they get into that more moisture-rich air, could indeed become severe. Hour-by-hour forecast shows morning time, we could see some spotty thunder shower activity off to the west. Now, your day in the Devil's Lake Basin will be filled with north winds and cooler temperatures, and for the most part, dry weather. As we head toward the midday hour, we'll have isolated thunder showers and then temperatures rising with south winds. Tomorrow's heat will be in the Southern Valley and much of Minnesota. Heading into the afternoon hours and early evening, a line of storms firing in eastern North Dakota and northwest Minnesota, moving to the south and east through the dinner hour and beyond into the late evening hour. Again, hail, damaging winds, and an isolated tornado not out of the question. For Fargo tomorrow, 60 to start your day, ramping up to 90. The best chance of showers and thunderstorms here from the dinner hour and beyond into parts of Lakes Country. A lot of 80s across the map, but a few 90s possible in our southern valley. How about this forecast? Not for the birds. This is a double-crested cormorant. Thank you so much for taking the time to upload your photo. Quieter, but still warm on Wednesday. Thursday, an isolated storm or two and still summer-like. Our next best chance of showers and storms after Tuesday appears to be for the weekend.
At least we had today, right?
We did, and it was a warm one.
It was. Thanks. Later on Valley News Live at 10, an alarming number of kids are still eating laundry pods. What researchers say needs to be done about it. Next.